But for the most part, new resellers out there always fall into the same traps. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin, welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, thanks for joining us out there. You know, there's something about reselling. I love the way that I do reselling for this reason. It's, yeah, you still have the same things, the bread and butter stuff, but there's always something new. And somebody reminded me of that the other day on the last sale we posted. They're like, those brace and bit drills, those old wooden hand drills. You know, they're like, I've never seen you pick those up before, and then all of a sudden you find 3 in the same day. The rubber dolls back there, I've talked about them before. It's been forever since I picked up that kind of stuff. Picked up those bunny rabbits last year, those vintage stuffed rabbits, if you remember. And we started talking about these rubber-faced dolls. Well, I don't think I've seen one in like 2 years. And all of a sudden I'm out there, and there's one sitting there, and my dad finds another one the next day. We've bought, I think now 6 rubber-faced dolls in, I think, 1 week. It was a Friday, Saturday, in 1 weekend. 6 rubber-faced dolls. That reminds me, there were so many sales. It was the best garage sale weekend ever in Lynchburg, Virginia area. I complain often about how bad it is. I kind of take it as a challenge. But it was so good that I sent my dad to one place. I used to do this with Jacob a little bit. I'd pay Jacob. I'm like, all right, I'm buying your breakfast. I'm paying for your gas. I'm giving you $50. You need to go to this area and you need to tell me what you find. Call me up. Here's the money to buy this stuff. Well, we had the 100-mile garage sale. I was meeting up with some friends. We were doing some different sales Friday, Saturday, and he had to go a different direction towards Smith Mountain Lake, and he is a novice. He's new to this. So I always tell him, well, he's sort of new. He watches my videos, so he knows something, right? Or at least you should know something out there. At any rate, I'm like, give me a call. I'll be out garage selling, but give me a call. Tell me what you find. And he's made a little pile, and he starts calling me. I'm like, really? Really? This stuff is amazing. I'm going to show you just a little bit of a taste. You're going to see this on a video coming up. He brought it home and started unloading, and I'm like, holy moly. Into it for 115 bucks. But when I've been out with him before, I'm like, listen, if it's made to be collectible, it's probably not. That's kind of my rule of thumb. But I broke that rule twice this weekend, and I bought something that was made to be collectible, and I figured it would still have a market because of the color of it, because of the X or the Y or the Z. And I think sometimes you can break those rules. But for the most part, new resellers out there always fall into the same trap. So add to my list out there if you're a seasoned, an experienced reseller out there. A lot of people will go out and they're like, oh, they'll see like M&M stuff and they're like, oh, that's got to be worth it. Not worth it. Some of it is. There's always something in every single category that's worth some money. I learned that, by the way, missing some Funko Pops the other day. Boy, I got tortured in that last video. How could you miss the Heat Miser and Cold Miser? First of all, I didn't miss it. I had it in my hand. I talked about it on the video. They just didn't look good. A lot of Funko Pops. They're not worth any money. I just left like $100-something sitting there on the table. Could have had them for probably $1. So there's always something in each category, and watching these shows, going out there doing it yourself, looking things up with your phone. You know, when I'm out there, you don't see me look up a bunch of stuff. I do look things up from time to time for sure. Usually I'm just buying, and sometimes that's why I get yelled at, you know. I can't believe you bought this for this much money and this is how much it's worth. First of all, a lot of times I don't even know. I haven't even looked it up. I'm going flying by the seat of my pants out there. And I know some of you are like that too. But that phone is a powerful, powerful tool out there for sure. So back to my list of things that are made to be collectible that really aren't. You know, whether it's Disney VHS, the Collector's Series, or whatever. If it says Collectors on it, it's probably not. Now, there are some exceptions. There are things that are made to be collectible, and they're put out in very limited numbers in certain locations, and then they do become collectible. But, you know, whether it's Avon stuff, the collectible bottles or something that's worthless, or the M&M plastic toys that really aren't worth any money. Maybe Beanie Babies fall into that category for sure. Anything that's mass-produced. Look at baseball cards from, you know, 1987, 1988, you know. Those are the ones, and there are some that are worth money. but they're so mass produced that you just don't find any value in them. Think about the decanters, you know, the Beam's Choice, or there's some value in some of that stuff. But y'all seasoned resellers out there, give me some comments. Things that new resellers think are worth money that really aren't worth that much money at all. I'd love to see your list, and maybe some of the new folks out there can avoid making some of those mistakes. You know, for me back in the day, and a lot of you out there, you go garage selling, there was no smartphones. You had no idea. You were just buying and then coming home and trying to figure out how much stuff was. I kind of miss those days. In some ways, I do not miss those days, and in some ways, I do. But we did sell some stuff. I broke some rules, had some viewer sales. I got to show you just a taste of what my dad picked up. Let's take a look. All right, Commonwealth, see, this is the stuff I sell all the time, right? It's not the exciting stuff. But I am excited to show you some of this stuff over the next few days. This is not one of them. It's over $10 free shipping. It's the trays, the inside of the Tupperware tray for like the deviled egg container. And it was bought by Deanna, but she bought something else, and I'm going to show you that inside. I'm going to read her comment when I do. This is like a, I don't know what this thing is, wristlet keychain thing maybe? 31, and we're into this for less than $1, so for $7 plus shipping on that one, so it's pretty cool. Like it. All right, it's always hard for me to do these here, and I always wonder if I could do a thumbnail, so maybe I gotta pose and smile here. Here you go. There's my pose and smile. Maybe I'll make that the thumbnail. Make it a giant chart. So this is a little bit not in great shape, but it's moss. It's kind of cool. It's beat up here. But these old charts, a lot of them sell for good money. We haven't sold one of these in a long, long time. Sold for $35 plus shipping. And I'm glad it sold because they have been taking up some space in there, and I still have some more I have to list. But hey, they're really pretty easy to ship. Put them in those long tubes and you're good to go. A lot of folks will cut them out and frame them, and some folks just put them on the wall. They're kind of cool. Some ultra last video game batteries, Nintendo, 2 different types. And got these from Rich the Auctioneer. If you came to the 100 Mile Garage Sale, I know a lot of you went and talked to him. I only met a couple of you out there. One of you didn't want to be on video, so I didn't put it out there. But it was nice to meet a few of you out there for sure. Those sold for $19.80, I think, free shipping. All right, I just noticed while I was talking about this chart over here that I read up there, I'm like, hey, this was bought by a viewer. And I thought it was a little bit of an odd buy from a viewer, and I decided not to read it because after I read it before I did the video clip, I'm like, I'm gonna go check this channel out. So let's take a look. So it was bought by Kyle, and Kyle said he just started a YouTube channel, and he is a teacher, or was a teacher and a coach like me, and this is why I decided to do it this way. He's probably mad at me. He probably stopped watching the video after I didn't mention him over there. Oh, I doubt it. I hope not anyways. So he started a YouTube channel, and he just had to resign. I think because they had to move for his wife's position or something like that, and he's now doing thrifting and reselling full time. So there it is, hauled by Hollies. Thanks so much for the purchase. I also think he said he's doing that with his 2-year-old son. So, oof. Man, little kids in thrift stores can be rough. You know, are you that kind of person? Not you, but are you that kind of person who's like, just let the kids play in the toy section at Goodwill while I go through the racks? I think I mentioned that in You Might Be a Reseller video. It's why I taught Reagan to find shirts, and I'd pay her $0.25 every time we'd find a shirt. It would keep her occupied, and she did a great job and learned a bunch. Here we go, the Ozark Trilogy. This is awesome right here. This one was $9 plus shipping. It came from, I think, Hoarder House 2, maybe Hoarder House 3. But there it is. It's the flying mule, the flying donkey. Perfect for the Ozarks. Love the cover of that. I just couldn't pass up this book when I saw the cover. I'm like, I got to get this thing. $9 plus shipping on that. You probably saw that thing that I was talking about that my dad picked up. Let me show you this. So he's into this huge haul for 115 bucks, and he did it for me. Came, brought stuff all over. I'm like, holy cow, we did pretty darn good. I paid him a commission though, y'all. He didn't want to take it, but I paid it to him anyways. So this is just part of the buy, $10. Another one, $10. Brand new. They've been opened, but they're brand new New Wave ovens. And here's the model, 20621. So I haven't looked them up yet, but my guess is these are probably $80 plus shipping minimum. Maybe 100, 110 plus shipping is my guess. So that is awesome. Just those two alone will put us in the profit on this entire lot. And you're going to see a lot of it over the next week or so. All right, some of you saw me pick this up not too long ago. I paid $1 for these two right here, this figure and the helicopter, and for these two right here. She's like, here, take everything in the basket for $1 and a bunch of other stuff that ended up just going to the Goodwill. This one right here, I thought about listing them together, but I decided to do it separate. You'll see it says 355. This says 323 here. They're like a rescue team. And I remember these when I was a kid. How many of y'all remember these? And they were in the bathtub right here. This one was in the bathtub when I was a little kid. I remember it. So this one right here sold for $15 plus shipping. See, it's got the little hook on the bottom that pops off. And that's, and there you go. You see the little octopus thing here? It's like a water and air rescue thing. I don't know if that's symbols on here. It doesn't look like it is. 1978, I think, is when these came out. So $15 plus shipping. Haven't bought one of these in years, but when she said $1 and I could have both of them, this I haven't looked up yet, or I have taken pictures, but I haven't listed it yet. But, you know, it's probably $30 right there plus shipping for $1. And, you know, you're going to make a pretty decent little profit off of something really simple. Next one is over here, and it might take me a minute to find it, so hold on a second. I might have to fast forward. All right, here it is. Awesome. Here, George Orson Welles, number 19, and the year on this is 1938. Well, I could do a history lesson on this one right here, but I'm going to pass for now because this video is going to get too long. When I have more time this summer, y'all, I won't pass on the history lesson here. This is awesome. I toyed with the idea of keeping this, but I decided in the end not to because it was worth, you know, my rule of thumb is if I wouldn't pay the amount of money that I can get for it to buy it, then I should probably get rid of it. $25 plus shipping on this. And that was from the garage sale, Too Tempting to Resist. And if you haven't seen that one, you should go back and check it out. It was pretty fun. It was done down in Columbia, South Carolina. Next one is over here as well, and it is a record. Haven't sold a record in a while. By the way, had an amazing record buy. You will start to see some of those. I had one this week, and you'll start to see some of those videos coming out very soon. And I gotta find this one, so I might have to fast forward again. Hold on. Nope. No, I don't. It's right there. Strike Like Lightning, Lonnie Mac. $8 for this one, plus shipping, so I'll take it for sure. This was in a buy from the fall 100-mile garage sale, and it wasn't too bad. I did really, really well so far. We're in the pure profit, so every time you see me sell a record, I still have 4 tubs full of records from that buy in there, and I will get to them eventually. I just realized I haven't made hardly any sales in the back there. Did you notice I got something new? Let me show it to you. See that? Look at that. That's new. There's a great story about that. That's going to be coming out in a video here pretty quick. And that Commonwealth picker saw back there, I can't remember the gentleman who gave that to me. If you're out there listening, leave me a message in the comments. So that one is where that used to be right there. So that saw used to be sitting there. And I put it back here. I think I'm going to put it on the wall at some point. But I grabbed this the other day at a garage sale because I have a huge book buy. So I wanted to put a lot of media back here. I might paint it eventually. Or I need to put a skew on it, I guess. Maybe we could use the side for stickers too. That reminds me, I put one of the plates we got right up there recently. And then another one I put right here. Everybody always asks, where'd you put my plate? So there you go. How about that one right there? All right, let's pick up this. Oh, what am I doing? I did have to go back here. I'm losing my mind, y'all. That's what happens when you teach for 21 years. All right, let's see if I can find this one. There it is, right here. It's a lot right here, and I don't remember what they sold for. So I'm gonna have to check that out for you. But it is pure profit. We are making tons of money on our last video game buy. So that one was $15 free shipping. Not a ton of money, but definitely worth selling on eBay as opposed to taking that to the antique booth, which we're gonna talk about in just a second. Hey y'all, we got a homeschool hustler with us today, and you made a sale. You know what? You made more money than Reagan did this month, but she's already off to a good start for May. So we'll see if you can outpace her right there. What did you sell? What are those things?
Shopkins Shoppy dolls.
You got it, buddy. And that was your favorite toy when you were little, right? You just loved Shopkins. You just loved Shopkins dolls. It was just awesome, right?
I don't remember these.
You don't?
Anyways.
What do you mean you don't remember? They were your favorite dolls.
I don't remember a thing about these things.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing you with Reagan. Reagan didn't actually like the doll. Well, she didn't ever have the dolls, but she did like the little Shopkins stuff. Do you remember Reagan playing with the Shopkins stuff?
Yeah.
Yep. And I picked those up, and I didn't even know what they were when I picked them up, but I knew they were going to sell because they had the accessories with them, and that's always a plus. So we sold those for $12.95 plus shipping. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
You got it, buddy.
Bye.
Hey y'all, I often get questions about the antique booth, so I just got a paycheck today, and I want to talk about what we're selling, but I'm not going to do it all right now. I'm going to do just briefly for a second, and I'm not going to do it all now because Blue Ridge Mama does a lot of this with me, and I'm going to let her talk about it with me, and we're going to do that probably in July for the first time in a long time, and then we're going to try it once every month or once every other month or so. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an update as it ties into eBay for us as you watch the Commonwealth picker videos. If you watched them last year, I didn't do too much of the bulk buy of video games because I would end up having to lot off all of the not so great games, take pennies on the dollars for them, and just sell them off on eBay because I didn't have a way to push them out the door. But ever since we've had the booth, I've been experimenting with old media. I have a media booth alone, and I was putting the video games in there, and they were doing okay, and they were picking up speed a little bit because people, younger folks mostly, would come in there, you know, they'd be drugged in there by somebody or something, and they would see the video games like, oh, check this out. And now they have a new place to go check out video games. They would come back, so I started to see scales kind of ramp up. Now, I don't put good video games in there. I don't put expensive video games in there because I'm selling those on eBay. But I do put okay games in there that will buy in a lot. So this saves me time while I'm out there at garage sailing. Lets me move on to the next sale without having to individually try to pick out the right ones, leave the rest. I just make a blanket offer for everything, usually get a better price that way, have a bunch of stuff to go through, pick the good ones out to sell on eBay, pick the ones that don't sell for, $7, $8 or more plus shipping, and then push them all to the booth. And we're getting pretty good prices for them, and people are coming back for more. Well, I had something great happen, and that is another seller, not in the store that I'm selling the video games in, but in the other store that I wasn't selling video games in, moved in right across the way from us, and they started selling video games. And some people are like, oh, well, that's going to hurt your business. No, it's perfect. It's like restaurants. It's why all the restaurants are in one place, because people want to just not even have to decide to just go out to a restaurant, and then they pick on the way, or they pick when they're there. And that's what's happening here. This person is advertising on Facebook Marketplace. He's got great games, like really top-notch stuff. He's got Guitar Hero, guitars. He's got drum sets. He's got all kinds of great stuff from, old stuff, Atari, all the way up to Xbox One and the new PlayStation stuff, all that stuff that's coming out. I've even seen Nintendo Switch stuff in there. And he's drawing people in. And as they get there, they see my little stand of video games, which aren't amazing, but I've got the perfect buyer that's going to look through them. And I've started to see those sales kind of get pushed up. So I'm really happy about that. Not making a ton of money, but the sales are going in the right direction. And I'm saving money on the buy side, and I'm saving time, which is even more important when you're out there garage selling. One more thing really quick. If you've been watching my show for a while, I like to help local folks out. I like to buy from local folks. I love it. Even the stuff for the store over here, CommonwealthPicker.com, we buy from a viewer. He's not local, but we get it from a viewer, not one of the big stores. I just like to do that kind of stuff when I can. Last year, we would buy stuff from viewers that we wanted for Christmas gifts for people. We'll do that again this year as well. And this is an acquaintance of mine. I work with her, and she was telling me about her husband's Etsy store and what he does. And I'm like, I've got to have one of these. I'm like, I need a coaster. This is before I got these coasters from a viewer. And she dropped it off the other day. Check this out. It is an old skateboard. He takes these old skateboards, and there's each part of the skateboard he makes into a different product. I'll put them up over here as we're talking about it. And I'm like, this stuff is cool. I love it. And instead of, wasting the old skateboard, he's making products out of it, and he's selling them on Etsy. You can see the layers here. And it's Scene 3 design. It's local here to Lynchburg, Virginia. And it's got a great, I just love some of the stuff. So this part of the skateboard is like a keychain. This part is a coaster. This part is a bottle opener. You've got all these different products, which are really cool. And I'll let you check them out. Anybody out there do something like this? I'm curious to know. Tell me if you create things to sell on eBay and Etsy. Let me know in the comments. Hey, y'all, a huge percentage of our sales, like 40%, are to viewers today. And I'm not doing a good job keeping up. So that Raymond the Rabbids Wii game out there went to Fun Pancake. I'm a viewer of your channel and love the content. Okay, keep up the great work. So thank you. I do appreciate it, and thank you for the purchase. All right, and this is the other end of that egg Tupperware thing out there that I was talking about earlier. And I've already given the history on freedom from want here. It's for those of you that didn't hear that history lesson and you care about history lessons. I'll just tell you this: 1941, Roosevelt, pre-World War II. So that was December 7th, 1941, right? Well, the beginning of the year, January, I'm assuming it's January because it's State of the Union. He gave a speech outlining the 4 freedoms, 2 of which are freedoms, 2 of which are not, in my humble opinion. But, you know, who am I to say? At any rate, is still an amazing speech, even though I don't agree with 2 of the freedoms. And this is the freedom from want here, which of course is not a freedom, but whatever. This one right here is pretty awesome, and we're selling these. It came from the outside of the box sale, and it went to Deanna, and I hope you enjoy that. I really do. I just love the faces. Look at the faces right there. Look at this guy down here. It's awesome. And that just good Americana, classic Americana stuff right here. She says, I saw the poster on one of your videos and had to get it. I love the Commonwealth Flipper channel. Hope everyone is well, including the pets. Even Boots. So thanks so much. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. You got to love this here. This is from the Sunny Shares. Sunny Shares. Say it, not Sunny Share. Sunny Shares. Consignment from Sunny, which we haven't sold anything forever, but Sunny, you're gonna get a little piece of this here. This one right here, Montgomery Ward size. This is, I mean, look at it. This is a Mr. Furley shirt. I should have wore this thing. I'm not sure I can fit it. You know, the old size mediums aren't like the new size mediums. I really wear a large now. I think that would be like an extra large back there in this era, right? 15 and a half size medium. Is that a Mr. Furley shirt or what? If you don't know who Mr. Furley is, you're probably a lot younger than me. $27, I think, free shipping. So here it is. You know, my dad's been out with me a few times, come with Grandpa, and I'm like, you know, he'd point out some things. I'm like, no. He'd point that out. I'm like, no, I feel bad, you know. And he's getting the hang of it, though, boy, let me tell you. So right here, I always tell him, don't buy M&M stuff. If it's made to be collectible, it's not collectible. And then I go out and I buy this right in front of him. He's like, what is it? What, you just told me not, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it, but this is a little different. It's a t-shirt, it's $1. I know I can sell it because it's pink, it's in great condition, it's vintage-y. It's not vintage, but it definitely has got a little bit of age to it. You can tell from the tag. And you want a piece of me? Pink, green, great lettering, big logo. I'm like, this thing's gonna sell. And it's sold to a viewer, along with a couple of other things, but is that cool? You know, it's like 11, 12 bucks, I think, plus shipping. So it wasn't amazing, but I knew it would be a quick seller. And it was from Sandy. She also got a little bit of Mary Kay. I don't have the numbers on all these. I'm not quite sure if it even says, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 30-some for all of these plus shipping. So the t-shirt, this, and what's next? This is a Curves Healthy Cooking Machine, and it's $13.95 plus shipping. I don't think it's ever been used. I can't guarantee it because it's been in the store a long time. I can't really remember, but I picked this one up for $1 as well. So I'm not into this stuff for $3 going out there for 30 plus shipping. I think you got some cool stuff. I hope you enjoy that shirt right there. It says, she says, long-time viewer, 4 months. Long-time viewer, I suppose. And second time buy. Oh, now I remember here. She says she bought the Carpenter's record from you. That's right, Sandy. I think it's Sandy, yeah. I love your videos and really like that you share tips and tricks to other resellers, and just want you to know that you need to keep being you. So I appreciate it. It says recently retired early on a whim. You retired early on a whim. And about to open my own reseller store, so thanks and continue sharing. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for the purchase. We do hope that you enjoy it. Hey y'all, Reagan has a Homeschool Hustler store, so check this out, y'all.
No, it's
Oh, it's not a Homeschool Hustler store. We made those bloopers the other day. Remember me and you and Turner and Mama were in here, and we put them on the end of the video, and people said they loved it. So I'll have to show it to you. I haven't even showed it to you. All right, you made a sale out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store. What'd you sell? Or who bought these, I should say?
Jeff, Becky, Lisa.
Jeff, Becky, and Lisa. And Jeff left a message just for you, and he said he loved your t-shirt design. I think that was a shot at me because you wanted to do this. You wanted to do the yellow, but you didn't design this one?
No.
But it was your idea, and you helped in the process. You designed this over here, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. You actually drew this by hand. and you did a great job. So anyway, let's talk about these really quick. So Jeff sent you a message, and he said that he is from Wisconsin, and it's going to go perfect with his cheese head. That means he's a Packer fan. Who do you know that's a Packer fan?
My mom.
Yeah, Blue Ridge Mama is a Packer fan
And
for
her.
sure. I just think she thinks Aaron Rodgers is cute, is what I think, but she didn't want to admit. Although she was a Packer fan with Brett Favre, maybe she thinks Brett Favre was cute too. And Turner's a Packer fan too.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the Rams. Nobody cares about Commonwealth Picker. So, and we had, what'd you say, Lisa? No,
Jeff, Becky, Lisa.
and Lisa. And thank y'all so much. I think one of you left a message, and I will read it in at the end of the video. But Reagan has an announcement. She has been asking me here for a while, make more donations for her fundraiser for her gymnastics. Because what are they doing with it? What are they trying to raise money for?
To dig a hole and put, it's just basically a giant airbag.
For what?
So we can flip into, so we can do higher level skills
Safely. Okay. And it's really expensive. So they've been doing some fundraisers. And we did one earlier, and we're going to do one more.
Yep.
But I said, all right, here's the deal. It has to be your stuff. Your designs. So come on over here and tell them what they'll get. We'll put it on auction on the eBay store, and we'll see what happens. All right, what do you got? Show us what you got. What are they going to get?
We get things moving shirt.
Any size, and
Yes.
I think there's at least one left in every size. We're not going to ever reproduce this one. This is it when they're all gone. There's quite a few of the smaller sizes, but we're running very low. I think there's one left of XL, maybe two, something like that.
Yeah. You get an Animan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which, you know, there's not many more of those left either.
And we get things moving mug, but it's a misfit.
It is a misfit, and we're not going to reproduce these either. So these are all going to be out. None of these are ever going to be made again here. So this one right here, you have to tell us the size, and if you want her to autograph it or me or anything like that, just let us know. Okay? Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, and all the money, all the proceeds, I'm even going to pay the fees, y'all. All of it I'm going to give to Reagan, and she's going to give it on to her fundraiser. So far, you've raised, I think we've got $700, so that's awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at commonwealthpicker.com.
Hey, a couple of quick thank yous. One to Becky before we head out the door right here. Becky says, Bolo, this is a buy me a coffee. Becky, thank you very much. Bolo after bolo after bolo from you. Hopefully you don't mean the Tupperware. I love all your bolos and tips, but for some reason, get the biggest thrill learning items when in doubt. Part it out. So there you go. Awesome. Have a great weekend. And she bought us 3 coffees. That's $6, y'all. Very, very kind of you. And I'm going to get a couple of coffees for that, and I'll make sure Blue Ridge Mama gets one too. Hey, this one is Becky's, and she's the one that ordered that We Get Things Moving sticker from CommonwealthPicker.com. Hi, I'm a subscriber to your channels. I am a 20-year eBay reseller. I've learned a lot from your channels. I donate all of the proceeds from every sale to the Charlotte Cocker Rescue of North Carolina. That is awesome. So very, very nice of you. I know I'm going to tell Reagan this because she got this out of your store. Awesome. I've been an eBay charity seller for 14 years. I'm a retired great-grandma and live on 31 acres in Northwest Ohio. My eBay, I've been up there quite a few times actually. My eBay assistants are my 6 rescued Cocker Spaniels and my rescued Corgi. Awesome, that is cool. Thank you so much for doing the videos. Your family is amazing. Thank you, I appreciate that. I hope the sticker boosts my eBay sluggish sales of late. My eBay store is 3 Dog Night 74. My dad would love that name. That's awesome. 3 Dog Night. Thank you so much, Becky. We do appreciate it. And we hope y'all are doing great out there. And we can't wait to see you next time. Yeah, Pepper is just loving today. I don't know what's going on with you. And we're watching Guys Without Jobs. Talking about the reseller rally. Can't wait. All right, yeah, I know, girl. I know. I know. She helped me ship.
You know, in Louisiana now,